Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Kyle and this video is being filmed for UNC Wellness Centers. Now today I have for you a little change of pace. It's going to be a little slower. We're going to focus on core, stretching, a little bit of mobility in the hips. I'm calling this the feel good workout. Now, yes, we are going to do some core exercises. That's going to make you work a little bit, but for the most part, the exercises I put together is really designed just to make you feel good. Sitting on the couch or in chairs all day could seize up a lot of those muscles. So we're gonna alleviate some of that tension in your low back, hips, hamstrings, just to get you feeling good all around. So you guys ready to get started? So we're gonna start in just a child's pose. So feet, knees about shoulder width apart, and you're just gonna sit it back in those heels. Now I'm gonna peek up at the timer for time to time, but I want you to pick a spot or put your forehead on the mat, just so you keep that neutral spine and we don't hurt our necks in any other way. Good, let's shift your weight into all fours. So you're gonna be on your hands and knees. Now in the yoga world, you'll call these cat-cows. I'm gonna call them spinal flexion and extension. So what I want you to do is round your back and come on down just like that. Good. So we're getting that spine moving. This is basically your first feel-good exercise here. It is a stretch. Good, just like that. Take your time in this position. I want you to feel your spine flex and extend. Make sure you're breathing. And you could have your chest lifted if you want to further that stretch as well. Good. Nice round back. And let's do one more each way. And very good. So the first core exercise we're going to do are bird dogs. I'm going to turn a little bit just so you can get a different angle. Bird dogs works the anti-rotation muscles in your core. So I want you to be as stable as possible. So your knees and hands are about shoulder width apart. We call this gorilla chest or shoulders away from your ears, so a nice, proud, and then the neutral spine. So you want that straight line from your back of your head, shoulders to your tailbone, just like that. It's nice to have the feedback of the camera. So what you're gonna do here, you're gonna extend your right arm and your left leg. So let me show you that view. Right arm, left leg, and hold. Good, come on down. Now, I want you to go at your own pace, take your time. Again, feel out the movement, make it longer as need be. Let me go through your modifications here, but if you know what you're doing, just keep it moving. So to modify, you could just go right arm, leave your knees on the ground. I would switch hands, and then if you can, I would do legs. Otherwise, it's right arm, left leg. So you may see me naturally trying to shift my weight. That's the anti-rotation. Good, other side, that I was talking about. So if you want, I'm gonna do a few. You could stay with me. You're gonna come up and hold. Nice strong core, shoulders away from your ears, and the flat back. Good, keep it going. So another thing here, I don't want you arching your back. Nice flat back. What you may need to do is not raise that back leg as much. Good, switch. We're gonna do a few more here. Nice flat back. I'm gonna do one more on each side. So come up and hold. Nice long spine, like you're reaching forward. You are reaching forward. And good, other side. Up. And good, we're gonna sit it back in child's pose. Good, at this point you may need to, you may know that if you might need a thicker pad or just a towel will do the job as well. So let's come back on your hands and knees. Again, nice tall chest. If your wrists are okay, I want you to play with some wrist stretches here. Again, feel good exercise. We're just gonna rock it side to side. You can bring those fingers forward. You can turn them in and do the same thing. Just take your time. You know, we all have the impression that exercise is an obligation or it's something that you need to force yourself to do. Be careful with this one. I like to do one arm at a time. But exercise is about moving your body, sit it back in child's pose, and doing things that make you feel good. All right, we're gonna move into another core exercise. We're gonna do a forearm or elbow plank. We're not gonna be here for long, okay? Up and hold. Now, if you want, you could drop to your knees and just hold it there. Or if this is too much on your shoulders, you could just hang out for the next 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you a side view, so keep it going. Same thing, nice flat back, tuck those hips under. Find a spot out in front of you. All right, we got 10 seconds left. So you're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself nice and easy. Back to child's pose. Now, if you're familiar with yoga or you've done these exercises with me before, you can do a Frogger's pose where your knees are a little wider than shoulder width. Your legs and hips and knees both make 90-degree angles, and then you sit it back. You're not gonna sit back as far. Good. So this is getting more of the hips, and then you can rock into this. I'm gonna move up just a little bit. Nice flat back, and then you sit back. So it's like a child's pose, but a lot more for the hips. Now, if this is uncomfortable, just go right back to the child's pose. Good. So this is qualifying as mobility for those hips. And I could even see myself that I'm getting deeper and deeper as I'm doing this. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. This is a nice, fun, easy exercise for you. It's just external and internal rotation of your hips. Now, if you had any hip surgeries or any serious injuries, just be very careful with this one because we're gonna have those hips moving. Now, what you're gonna do, you're gonna start those knees to one side, and all you're gonna do is just kind of windshield wash them up and over. Now, listen to your body, right? Your body's gonna talk to you. It's gonna say if it doesn't feel good. For me, for this side, I feel that stretch in my outer hip, and it actually feels really good. This is a type of workout, I'm not tooting my own horn, even though I do that often. You could do this workout every morning before you start your day, or right before bed. Good, so just a couple more. Again, this one feels really good. Up and over, so external and internal rotation of the shoulder or hips. Now you may see that one side, for me, I can get that knee all the way down to the ground and I don't even feel the stretch. So I should spend a little more time on this side because I feel that. It's amazing to discover all these different things about your body as you start stretching and moving. And good. So we're gonna move on to a little bit of core exercises on your back. The first one we're gonna do are dead bugs. I'm gonna keep them simple. So you're gonna lay all the way down. Couple options here. Your hands are gonna be on your thighs. Your head could be on the ground. It's gonna be right arm, right leg, and switch. Now, I know my head is off the camera a little bit, but we'll be just fine. If you need to modify, the legs are the most important part. You could give yourself a nice big hug as you do this exercise, just to kind of alleviate some of that low back pain. Otherwise, palms up against your thighs, right arm, right leg. Give me like a 1, 2, 3, hold, and then other side. Now, ways to make this exercise a little harder. Try pushing your palm up against your thigh to create an internal force of those deep core muscles. Remember that low back is pressed into the ground. Switch. We're going to do one more on each side. So out and hold. Switch. And good. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock it side to side. All right, we're going to finish up with a couple more stretches. This is going to be your piriformis. You're going to cross one leg over. Now you could hang out here, or if you want to feel this stretch more, reach your hand through that loop And you're gonna lift your leg up. Again, another feel good stretch for the hips and that piriformis muscle. This muscle tends to cause, good, other side, a lot of problems, whether it's sciatica, low back pain. Good, cross. And if you'd like, you can reach up. Good, for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down nice and easy. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Rock it side to side. And good. We're going to roll it up. Let's come back to that child's pose one more time. So just a straight child's pose. So you're going to sit it back on those heels. Reach those fingertips out nice and far. I like to sometimes play with those hands too. So spread those fingertips. Press those palms into the ground. That'll open up your chest and back. And good. All right, friends, that is all. Just a fun 10-minute workout just to get those muscles going. We worked on a little bit of stretching, a little bit of mobility, a little bit of core. Hey, if you feel up to it, this is, like I said, this is something you can do every day or every other day just to kind of give you a little bit of energy to make you feel good. Thank you guys for joining me, and keep an eye out for more videos like this. Thank you.